stuff out and starting to allow energy to flow more for the 5D stuff. Now, on a practical level, I'm going to go run through some symptoms here, but this awakening process is not a passive process. So a lot of people, there's a lot of teachings out there on the internet and on YouTube and so on about just, you just got to meditate, relax, just whenever things come up, just start to be more in a proactive state instead of a reactive state. But at the end of the day, this energy is going to move you, and it's moving your frequency. So to move something, there has to be, if there's a block there, you have to go through that block or go through that energetic block. So to make it very simple, we do have an energetic body, an energetic overlay, which is the chakra system. So with the energy centers, a lot of us are operating on the first chakra. So that first chakra is one of the biggest hurdles for a lot of people that are moving through and that are getting a lot of these energetic ascension symptoms. Now, basically what's happening is that we do have a left brain and a right brain. Now, the right brain is on an energetic level is more the intuitiveness, the intuitive abilities. The psychic mediumship stuff. I believe everybody can do this, depending on the levels of I guess the practices that you've been doing. But the left brain and the right brain is trying to balance. Now, a lot of the people on the planet, 90% of most of the people are operating on a left brain type of frequency, which is a lot of the me energy, right? So the me energy is all about what's in it for me. I want more. I want to be happy. How do I get more of this and more of that? And it's starting to move more into the we energy. So if you're finding yourself in different aspects in your life with your experience, could be with work, could be with relationships and so on, this balancing of the left and right brain is trying to clear the chakra pillar in order to allow more light, more photonic light, more energy to come through the pillar to activate. Is basically an activation. So, but it's on a slow incremental level, depending on where you're at within your process. Now, a lot of people that have come in, within the 3 waves of light workers and so on, and a lot of us have already pushed through a lot of this. It has been a very quick process for us. So, if you're a little bit lagging behind, then you may start to feel some of these symptoms. A lot of it can be within the body. So, the physical ascension symptoms, it's just basically a purging. So, your body may be going into a reactive mode, which is where it's sweating, you can't sleep, there's some fevers, you're not eating properly, there's some foods that you like, some foods that you don't like, there's some shifting within what you're eating, maybe moving away from a meat diet into more to a vegetarian diet. Now, if you wanted to take a look at it this way, even when we're eating something, your body is looking for a charge. So if the energetic frequency is not matching anymore, it's not going to look for something that is a dead frequency. So when we're eating meat, it's a dead frequency. We're putting that into our body. So when you're looking for live food, if you wanted to eat meat, maybe you wanted to eat something that was dead immediately, like if you caught a fish immediately and ate it, it would still have some of that life force in it. Now, the best diet to be on if you're trying to move through some of these symptoms is a vegan diet, and a lot of times that is a very hard diet to follow of a raw food. The purging process is basically trying to do, it's shaking up a lot of the old program and introducing the new program. So if you wanted to do some things that would help and assist you, grounding in nature is very good for that. So you're taking your shoes off, going for walks, sitting in nature, moving that energy frequency into the planet, talking to the planet, talking to Gaia, allowing that frequency to come through your body to help and assist you. Water is key. We're drinking a lot of water. We're 75-80% water. Water is the most highly programmable substance on the planet. If you look on YouTube, research some of this stuff on Google, there's a lot of stuff with Dr. Emoto where it's talking about putting love frequencies, different labeling it with different frequencies, and seeing the difference in there. Now, when you're putting this charged water into your body, distilled water, there's also a great supplement out there called Mega Hydrate. You can see a lot of stuff on YouTube about Mega Hydrate, but that supplement is actually increasing the OR rate, the absorption rate within your cells. So your cells are shifting, so the frequency is starting to move, and you want it to be able to hydrate that frequency to ensure that the fluid or the fluidity within your body is starting to move, and it's not as I guess painful. So there's also other supplements out there that can help and assist with that. Ethereum supplements, Ethereum Gold is very good for that. The Ethereum Pink, there's lots of websites with some of those supplements on there. Now, when you're looking at what's within the energetic field, there is a lot of heavy metals. A lot of people are experiencing basically it's a detoxification process. So if you're a heavy meat eater, if your body is more acidic than alkaline, then you are definitely going to feel this ascension. If you don't want to feel the ascension as more than others, then you need to, it's almost like you're prepping or you're working like a spiritual warrior or a spiritual athlete. So you need to be able to take the supplements like an athlete would take, and be able to hydrate to make sure, if you're running a marathon, you're going to make sure that you have the supplements and the water and the stuff within the body in order for you to go the distance. So this is an actual process that you need to, I guess, take part in. So a lot of people sit back and then they're getting headaches and their symptoms, and a lot of it also has to do with the emotional body. So the emotional body is moving and pushing a lot of this stuff out. So doing, you can do cord cutting sessions, you can do some Reiki sessions, there's energetic sessions that could be within your area to help and assist you to push that frequency. Like I said before at the beginning of the video, it's like a water hose. The energy is trying to come through the hose, and there's areas that are blocking it. Like I suggested in some of the other videos, a lot of us are stuck right at the heart. So doing a lot of heart work. There's a lot of stuff on the internet with heart math, increasing your frequencies, trying to stay at that 5. You can even push out a frequency like 528 hertz within your field, listening to that type of music. Now, it's basically trying to balance the head energy within the heart energy, and it's trying to do this bridge. So it's bridging the gap between the two. Now, getting rid of any of the ego resistance within the body, and that's what the ego is doing, is that the body's resisting this process because there's a lot of things in the environment that is showing you body identification. The ego body is trying to withstand some of this stuff. So a lot of things may happen as well. I've had some clients come up to you, they have a lot of heart palpitations. Now, I'm not a doctor, I don't diagnose anything, but you may want to look at, if you're having some of these symptoms, you definitely want to go to a doctor, see if there's other things that are happening with you. But the heart palpitations, because a lot of this stuff is stuck at the heart. So the heart is trying to move. I've had people with shaking. A lot of people get into a fear mode. But there's also other symptoms. Even within myself, I start to gravitate away from the old program. Like even watching scary movies, which is placing you into a fear frequency. Even sitting there watching it, I can't even. It just doesn't even. I have no appeal for it anymore. You start to move into other things that appeal you, such as going for walks in nature, listening to nice music. There's things that are going to shift this frequency for you naturally. So you may start to eat differently. Even people that are around you, you don't gravitate to it anymore. This is, and I've said this before to a lot of my students, is that this is a deconstructive process. So deconstructive meaning that your old life will start to shift into the new frequency. So it could be stuff going on with your job. Your job may, it may all of a sudden out of the blue you get fired. Your relationship with your significant other, it may just be out of the blue. All of a sudden you get separated and you have to move into a different area or in a different relationship. A lot of these things are trying to change the frequency because the old program is no longer working and it is now shifting into the new program. So things to consider. Meditation is very good. Doing some things with your diet is very good to be more consistent with it. Now, don't beat yourself up if there's things like, even when you're eating things, an acidic diet is very heavily based in sugars, pastas, starches, meats, that type of thing. And you want to be more into the fruits, vegetables, berries, nuts, and so on. So trying to move into that frequency, just baby steps. There are some days that you may have some cheat days where you actually gravitate to having, a chocolate bar of sugar or something like that. But try and be more consistent with it, and eventually it's just going to happen. So